Monkeys fans, it is for Review Tuesday. We'll have club member Ruthie here, and today I'm going to be answering your questions. Last week I put out a video saying that I was asking for questions so I could answer them for my Q&A this week, and I took them up until Friday, which is actually right now because I'm filming, and yeah, so I haven't actually looked at any of these questions and I haven't read any of them. Just because then it'd be more fun if I answered them without reading them first and writing down a response and just coming up with that out of my head, and answering them without reading them first. So yeah, with that said, let's get started. L. Dawson, which is Max. L. Dawson asks three questions. Sorry, she asked 3 questions. The first one is favorite song off of Good Times. Oh my gosh, this is hard. Probably like You Bring the Summer and Wasn't Born to Follow and Birth of an Accidental Hipster and Me and Magdalena. The second question she asks is, do you have any other favorite bands besides the Monkees? Okay, if you're saying like, do I have, okay, I'm gonna take this as like, because my favorite band is the Monkees. Like, they're my #1, hands down, no questions about it. But like, if you're asking like, what are my favorite bands besides the Monkees? I like the Beatles, the Beach Boys, the Who, the Hollies, Led Zeppelin, the Doors, The Lovin' Spoonful, Janis Joplin, Peter and Gordon. There's so many bands out there that I like from the 60s that I couldn't name them all, because they're all really like, it's like the Monkees, the Beatles, and then after that, it's all just kind of like, they're all my favorites. And then number 3 is thoughts on modern music. It depends. Rap, I don't like rap at all. I don't. I mean, I'm not going to make the argument of, oh, what they're saying is terrible, but then, like, the Beatles have, like, Why Don't We Do It in the Road? Like, I'm not going to make that because, like, people, like, have different opinions and all that. I'm just going to say I feel like the language that they use a lot of the time today is a lot worse, and I feel like the message is a lot worse, and I feel like I just don't want to listen. I mean, my thing with like rap music especially is like I don't know what they're saying. I don't listen to it on a daily basis, but like a lot of people my age do and my class used to, and so you know I'd be around it. And I was like I don't know what they're saying, but I don't think I want to know what they're saying. And I mean like I'm not like uber like obsessed with pop, you know, or like modern music. Like I'm not gonna be like that person that's like, oh, I don't like modern music, I only like that, because like I respect it, I guess, in a way, because like I mean it's music, so you know I'm not gonna like smash anything. But like there's songs from like when I was little that I'll still listen to occasionally, just like bring back memories of like when I was a kid and all that, you know, early 2000s stuff, because whoa, early 2000s kid right here, 2001, woohoo. And then there's like, I mean, if like there's a certain memory or something attached to it, because I've only been into the 60s since 2015, so yeah, I went through, this is gonna be embarrassing, but I went through a big country phase right before I got into the Beatles and the Monkees and all that. So yeah, I don't listen to it anymore, but like I don't hate it. Like modern country, I feel like I like it more than modern pop. Like I can listen to country more than I can listen. Jessica asked me 3 questions as well, and the first question is favorite song from each Monkees album. Okay, Last Train to Clarksville. I know it's like one of their biggest hits, but like that song is great. Like you hear that opening like sound, and you're just like, oh my gosh. Like that might just be me, but like when but like whenever I hear like that first like part of Last Train to Clarksville, I'm just like, oh my gosh. That's me. I'm kind of weird though. Alright, so themes, I just want to free. Tomorrow's Gonna Be Another Day is a great song. Like, I think it's kind of underrated, but it's a great song. Like, that's like one of my biggest, like, pick-me-up songs, honestly. So I'd probably put that on the list. Last Train. This just doesn't seem to be my day because it's so catchy. If I could only pick one, though, I would probably say, really cheesy, but Last Train to Clarksville, just because, like, it's one of the first Monkey songs that I ever heard when I, like, became, like, a big fan, and, yeah, I mean, you can't help but, like, not dance, like, you just have to dance to it, man. But I'd also probably tie it with Let's Dance On, because that song is great, and it really gets you in the mood for dancing. So, yeah, now we're on War of the Monkeys. I'm gonna say You're On to Griselda, because that song's great, and I always think of Peter dancing to it, and yeah, so I love that song. So that's probably my favorite song. That one, and like, oh, there's so many good songs. Sometime in the Morning is such a cute, like, little love song, though. But I'm gonna say, ooh, alright. For More with the Monkeys, it's gonna be You're On to Griselda and She. I'm picking two songs because there's just so many good songs. All of their albums are amazing. It's just, yeah. Oh, no. I can't choose. And this is why I didn't want to read the questions beforehand, because, like, I feel like I'd write down the answer, I have time to think about it. Here you can actually see, like, my reaction. Shades of Grey. Oh my gosh. Alright. There's going to be quite a few favorites from this one. Mr. Webster, Early Morning Blues and Greens, Can't Get Her Off My Mind, Shades of Grey, and Forget That Girl. That's 5 songs. It's going to be Daily Nightly, because that song is really cool. Like, it's like psychedelic without being like super like psychedelic, if you know what I'm saying. Doesn't make sense at all, but you know, it made sense in my head before I said it. Do I even have to answer this question? The Birds, the Bees, and the Monkeys. My favorite song off that album is definitely Daydream Believer. Was that even a question? No. Daydream Believer. Number 1. Favorite song ever. I'm obsessed with this song. Like, it's like, I don't think anybody loves this song more than I do. I basically live this song. Like, yeah. And then if I had to pick, like, a number... Okay, so number 1 is Daydream Believer. But that's a really good album. So I'm going to pick, like, number 2 songs. Alright, so number 1 is Daydream Believer. Hands down. But I'm going to pick a couple more songs just to be fair. Just kidding, no. But okay, Dream World is on that one. And I love that song too. The first time I ever heard that is at a Monkees concert. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I love this song. But yeah, so Daydream Believer, if I haven't said it enough, is my favorite song off of the Birds, the Bees, and the Monkeys. But I'm just gonna look at the whole album, because I know, yeah, see, oh, no, there's so many good songs. I'll be back upon my feet. Alright, oh, Valerie, alright. Number 1, Daydream Believer, and that's like the 1000th time I've said it, but like my number 2 songs are gonna be P.O. Box 9847, and Valerie, and The Poster, and Dream World. I would say Porpoise Song is my favorite song off of Head, just because, like, I feel like it's such a beautiful song. It doesn't make really any sense at all, but Porpoise Song. You and I like You and I off of Instant Replay. I'd say that's my favorite song off of Instant Replay. That and Troy Blackwell, no, yeah. And then off of Pool It, I'd say Heart and Soul. And Justice would be the other version of a different You and I. Okay, our next question is favorite song sung by each monkey. Davy is Daydream Believer. I don't think that was a question. Favorite song sung by Peter? Higher and Higher. I'm really attached to that song. Favorite song sung by Michael? Oh, goodness. Maybe What Am I Doing Hanging Around? Yeah, we'll go with that. What am I doing hanging around? Or, no, scratch that. Scratch it, scratch it, scratch it, scratch it. Completely just erase it. Done. Gone. Me and Magdalena, and I Know What I Know. Those are my two favorite songs. Those are my favorite songs from my Michael. And then from Mickey, Terrifying is going to be on there. Porpoise Song, because his vocals sound amazing on it, I think. Mickey sang a lot of songs too. I really like Terrifying, yeah. This is so hard because they all sound so good. I'd say, yeah, those are my final answers right there. And then her last question is top favorite English. Top 5 favorite bands other than the Monkees. The Beatles. A lot of them are like tied with each other. The Beatles, The Who, and the Beach Boys are tied. The Hollies and The Lovin' Spoonful are tied. That's 3. Herman's Hermits and Peter and Gordon are also tied. This is so hard. Only 5? Maybe like, oh, this is hard. Oh, I had one just now and I lost it. What was it? Dang it, what was that band? It wasn't the Rolling Stones. Cause they're okay, but like, I'm not like, oh my gosh, Rolling Stones. What band is it? Oh no, this is not the, oh, no, I had it and then I lost it again. Why? Alright, then we're just gonna say, the Beatles, and then the Who and the Beach Boys, and then Herman's Hermits, and the Hollies, and Peter and Gordon. Those are my 5 now. But that wasn't in any, like, particular order. Some of the Beatles. The Beatles are number 2. The Beatles are number 2. Wow. I'm sure you guys are, like, totally, like, not gonna watch my videos anymore, because I'm just, like, totally trying to do my awkward human being, personal, what you would see if you were actually talking to me in real life side. And then Amantha Nitram, I'm sorry, I don't know, like, I'm sorry if I messed it up. I'm not the best at pronouncing, like, usernames. Asks, favorite Monkee group picture. That is the picture of them in the Rainbow Room after the Daydream Believer video. I have it. Where is it? Do you like that little song and dance number? We do a song and dance number? You must be joking. Yes, I just did quote David Jones' screencast. Is that a problem? No. Okay. My favorite picture of the Monkees is this one of them after Daydream Believer. I'm sure you can figure out why. Yeah, so that's my favorite group picture. And then she also asks, favorite picture of each individual Monkee. Okay, this is a hard one. My favorite picture of Peter is the one where he's like, okay, I have 2. It's the one of them is like the one where he's like got his elbow and then he's like leaning on it against like the wall and he has a little flower on his cheek. And then the other one is the picture of him holding a picture of himself, holding a picture of himself. Yeah. Favorite picture of Davy. I love pictures of Davy laughing, and it's so hard to pick a favorite because I love every single picture of Davy I've ever seen. But I probably have to say my favorite picture of Davy would be the one where he's got like the Native American like headdress thing on, and he's like laughing. I hope you know what I'm talking about. But he's got like this headdress on, and he's like laughing, and it's like black and white. Yeah, I hope you know what I'm talking about. And then favorite picture of Mickey. Again, that's a hard one. I don't know. I'd say probably the one where he's like just him and like if you just crop the other 3 out, it was just like him in the director's chair maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really have a favorite picture of Mickey. I like all the pictures of Mickey. They're all so good. I prefer pictures of him before he had his curly hair versus after. But actually, you know what? No. My favorite picture of Mickey is the one of me and him at Comic-Con and the one of me singing with him. And then another favorite picture of Peter is me meeting him and then me shaking his hand. And then Michael. Oh goodness, Michael. I love pictures of him with, I can't pick a favorite because I don't, I just like, it's hard. I'd say probably anything of him like when he was like younger, like with his wool hat especially, because I really like him with his wool hat. Yeah. And then Teresa asks a lot of questions. The first one is, why is Davy your favorite monkey? For a lot of reasons. The first one is like, because, not, okay, aside from the fact that he's incredibly good looking, he's like the reason that I got into the monkeys. Like, I don't want to say why I became, like how I became a Monkees fan, because I want to make that video when it becomes the 2-year, like close to the 2-year anniversary of me becoming a Monkees fan. So I'll give like general outline. But basically, Davy's really the reason I kind of became a Monkees fan. Aside from other reasons, but like one of the big reasons. And I just love, like, I love his British accent. But like aside from like obvious things, I love like his love for horses. And I love his dancing. But like I just love his humor, and I love his personality, and I love how he cared so much about the monkeys. Like, he always was like a part of it, and it was so important to him. And I love how, oh my goodness, this is probably one of the biggest reasons, he was so nice to his fans. Like, I sadly never got to meet him, and it's one of my biggest regrets because I was alive when he was alive. And he like used to do like book tours and stuff, and I could have potentially seen him perform with them and met him, but I didn't because I wasn't a Monkees fan at the time, and it breaks my heart, and it's like my biggest regret. But like I've heard stories from people who met him about how nice he was and how just generally sweet he was, and how much talk to fans, like just in general. And he was just like, I've heard so many stories, like good stories about so many sweet things he's done, like how nice he was. And that's like one of the biggest reasons that Davy's my favorite monkey, is because he's just like all around like a funny person, a kind person, and he just has so many good qualities, and he's so short, and I've always had a thing for like guys that aren't like 6 foot. And yeah, so there's the answer to that. Like the general answer. I don't want to go too into detail with it. And then she also has favorite Davy moments. Oh, I love his screen test. I love when he dances. Like I love his Daydream Believer dance, and I love like all the dances that he does. I love his little sarcastic comments in episodes. I love the Reuben the Tadpole thing from Captain Crocodile. I love when he's playing with the swan in Monkeys on Tour. I just love all the little things he does in the episodes that combine to make my favorite Davy moments, I guess. Yeah. That makes sense. Number 2, favorite Monkey song on Instant Replay. I always thought Someday Man was on there, because like when I bought it on my phone, it was listed as being on Instant Replay, but like now it's not. But I probably have to say You and I is my favorite song on Instant Replay. And if Someday Man was on there, then it would be Someday Man. 3, favorite Beatle, George. It's like George, and then Ringo is an incredibly close second, but George, because like he's such an inspiration. It's his birthday today, by the way, so happy birthday to him. I'm wearing my Here Comes the Sun shirt because of that, yeah. And he was just so nice. Again, he was, one of those really nice people, and so loving, and he really focused, I loved his love for nature, and he really focused on like what happens after you pass away, and like focusing on that versus the body you inhabit. And he just focused on like loving others, and he was so talented, and he just, yeah, I love George. Oh, right. Oh, Dear Prudence is so good. Fun fact, I met Prudence Sparrow, who the song is about, at Abbey Road, remember. Oh, okay. No. Okay, I love I Will. I love that song so much. It's like one of the cutest love songs I've ever heard. Guys, I think I'm going to have to go with Revolution 9. Don't like that song at all. I like Long, Long, Long. Mother Nature's Son. I Will, yeah. I like Piggies, but I wouldn't say it's like one of my favorites. Blackbird, because I love the story behind it about how it was written about the Little Rock Nine. And then I'm So Tired, because it's quality. And then Martha, My Dear. That's my final answer. Okay, it's like more like a game show or something. Final answer. Alright, and then Alexandra Risto. Hey, Alexandra. Thanks for asking me questions. We're really good friends, so that's how I like it. What's up? How did you become a Monkees fan, and why is Davey Jones your favorite member? I already kind of answered why Davey was my favorite member. And like I said before, I'm not going to go into too much detail because I didn't realize that I, mentioned that in my video as a question. But I want to make a video, like a whole video based around it, about why I became a Monkees fan. So I'm just going to basically give you the very general answer without giving too much away. And that's I saw them on television once. And I'll go into more detail later. I promise your question will be answered around June 6th. And then the last question is from Renee, and it says, if you weren't in the Wool Hat Club, would you still like the Monkees as much as you do now, or would you listen to other bands? I can wholeheartedly say I would love the Monkees just as much as I do, and I say that because I was a Monkees fan before I joined the Wool Hat Club. I've been a Monkees fan for a year and a few months already, but the immense love that I have for them, it's insane how much I love these boys. So there's no way I wouldn't love them any less. I mean, I didn't mean that. Okay, there's no way I would love them any less. Just because I don't get me wrong, I love the Wool Hat Club. It's an amazing experience. It's a whole collab channel based on the Monkees, which is amazing. I'm sorry, I'm sniffling because I have a cold, like I said, and it sucks. But there's no doubt in my mind that I would love them. I mean, I love them so much. I would do anything for any of them. And I don't want to go on a tangent because this would take forever if I explained how much I love them. But there's just not enough time and not enough words to even begin. I would definitely love them as much as I do, because I just have so much love for them that there's nothing that could change that. No matter, because I love them so much that whether or not I make these videos or not doesn't really change that. Really, I think that if it's even possible, it makes me love them even more, if that's even any possibility. Just because I get to work on a channel with people who love them, which spreads more Monkees love, which reflects back to, comes back to me, and that just makes me love them even more, if that's even possible. So yeah, and as for when I listen to other bands, I would, because I do listen to other bands already, but the Monkees will always be, as far as music goes, and really as far as people go, one of my biggest priorities. As far as music goes, they are my biggest priority, and as far as people go, they're one of my biggest priorities, because they're just like family to me, and I care so much about them, and I love them so much that there's no way that whether or not I made these videos or not would impact that, because of how much I love them. So yeah. Those are all the questions that I got. So I'm gonna end this long video here. So have a lovely Twerk Tuesday. Keep daydream believing, and see you in Texas. Bye.